Hello and welcome to my channel. So today I'm doing a swatching video of these metallic watercolour paints. So these are by Seamiart. I bought these on AliExpress. I'll have a look. You might be able to buy them on Amazon. If so, I'll leave links to everything below in the description if you're interested. Now, to get a head start, I've just put a drop of water in every of the little palette things. Pans, that's the words I'm looking for. I don't do much with watercolour paint, so you can tell I'm a bit of a newbie, but we're going to learn. So I was just going to swatch it on some regular like cardstock, but because I don't have watercolour paint paper, but then I just done a haul video, and in this there were some oil pastels that had this piece of card behind it, and I realised it was the perfect size, look, for my thing. So I thought I'll try it on here, and if not, if it doesn't work, then I'll just switch to regular paper. Now unfortunately these paints don't have names. It's two 12 sets. Should I start with, let's start with the lighter ones. It's a combination. You can combine two sets of 12 into a 24 palette. And in my haul video, I did say that I thought that you could buy them just the paints alone. You actually can't. You need to buy, they do come in 12 sets, but you need to either buy them in one of these metal palettes, or you can buy them in the plastic ones. Right, so I've put quite a lot of water in there. This is a kind of like a, what's the word? What's the word? Not violet. Ultraviolet. My God. Right, so let's do this. I've got quite a lot of water on there though. I think I got a bit carried away there. But we'll do this. Let's wipe that off. Like I say, I don't really know what I'm doing with watercolour paints. So it's all a bit of learning for me. But I did get a bit carried away with dropping some water into it. That's a bit better. Right. Yeah, so these are Seamiart, as I say, and the two sets. So there was a candy set and what they called a retro set. Right, sorry about that. The phone rang, and it's one of those scam sites. Oh, they just annoy me. Right, so where was I? Hopefully my paints haven't dried too much, so let's just do this one. I can't even remember what I was saying. That's the thing, when the phone rings, it's just like everything has to stop. Right. Okay. I think I was saying, yes, it was the candy and the retro set. And you could buy them as sets of 12s, or combine, you know, for a cheaper price, you could get them for, you could buy both sets for slightly less. And you could buy them in a plastic palette. So, you know, if you do take them out and about, then you might want the plastic palette, because it's also a bit lighter. It won't get dented or anything. Or you can buy this metal one. So I've never had proper watercolours before. So I thought, live life on the wild side. I'm going to go for the metal palette. It's got one of those little rings on the bottom that you put your finger through, stuff like that. And also this palette is a little bit bigger, though my palette is black. I noticed when I was just before I started filming that I went to check the name, because I couldn't remember the name. That's an odd one. That's got like kind of smoky undertones to it. Yeah, my palette's black. This metal one. Oh, you can't see it. The outside is black, but the one they showed me was sort of a lilac-y colour. Well, I got so carried away with water on this. I didn't mean to. It's just like everything I do, I just if I'm doing the diamond painting, I always pour too many drills in the tray, and you know, if I'm doing paint, I always pour out too much paint from the acrylic pot and things like that. I'm impossible. I always do too much. But yeah, so it was a lilac palette in the picture, but I actually got a black one, so it might be random what colour. What I'm trying to say is make sure you're buying it for the paints and not necessarily for the palette, because you might not get the palette colour of your choice. Right. I've got a little pot of water here at the side, and it's already turned this beautiful shimmery colour from all the metallic, or the mica or mica. Is it mica or mica? I don't know. But it's shimmery. That's the brown. But yeah, I like this because there is actually room in here. That if I do buy sort of any smaller pans, like smaller sets of pans, then I've got room to grow. So that's a sort of peachy. Oh, that's nice. That is nice. I'll just do the end of this row and then I'll show you what we've got so far. That's a real pale baby pink. Yeah, so I've literally just filmed that video, and I was so I did a little mini swatch in the haul, and oh, that's got on a bit thick. Bit more water in there. See, I'll go from one extreme to the other. That's where it started to dry out. Yeah, I did a mini swatch in there where I just did a few handful of colours, and it was so pretty that I was just like, I was geeking out. Geeking out. It's like, right, as soon as it's finished filming, it's like, right, I'm going to do the swatches. I hadn't planned to. Right, let's just show it for now. Obviously, they are still wet, so it's a bit hard to see. I mean, I think you can see the shimmer that isn't water, but that is it so far. I have done all three, haven't I? 12, 3, 6, 9, 12. Yeah, so that's those. And then let's do the bottom ones. I might have to see, this is what I used just to put the drops in because it was just easier. But I did them this end first, and I think that one needs more. That one might need more. Right, go with that. I do like my shinies. Right, let's just mix this up a bit. But as you can see, it's lovely. It's really nice opaque. Obviously, it's watercolour, so you do water it down and can get more wishy-washy. That sounds terrible. It sounds like it's a bad thing. Watercolours, we want wishy-washy. But if you do want opaque colours, you can get it with this. There's plenty of pigment in here. Was that one of the ones I just topped up? Look, it's like a swimming pool, a paint pool. Right. We've got some nice. This one's a nice cerise. Yeah, the only thing is that, like, they don't appear to have any names, which would have been quite nice. Not that it makes any difference, because I'll just look at the swatch and go, oh, that's the one I want. But I don't know. There's just something nice about things having names, isn't there? Okay, so this is a nice coppery colour. I think that's where I dropped the water in, and it's made a little cavern. That'll fill up. See, look, we'll fill it up. Oops. Right. Now, if I was a good person, these would all be matching up in position. I'm not very good. I'm not very good, and I just do things. If you're new here, this is how I do things. It's a bit haphazard. Right, let's try and make that a bit closer. See if we can get back on track. But yeah, first impressions, like I say, because I did do that mini swatch in the haul video. Like, as first impressions go, like it was just so nice, because these are budget friendly. I paid, I think it was £16 plus VAT. It came from AliExpress, so you do have to pay the VAT now in the UK. So I think it worked out about £18. Right, 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 3, 6, 7. Just want to make sure I was on. I didn't miss one. Like my party trick, I always miss one out. So we're getting into the golds now. But yeah, £18 for 24. And they, as first, like I was saying, that's what I was saying, as first impressions go. So this is a bit of a weird one. Like that was a bit like the green. Like you can see the black. There was some black pigment in it to just give it that thing. So you just have to make sure you give it a good stir. But the quality seems really good. So if you're looking for alternatives to, what's that called? The Paul Rubens, something like that, as a good budget alternative to the Paul Rubens. I mean, these are, I can't remember how many are in the Paul Rubens set, but they're cheaper. These are cheaper. Not hugely cheaper, but a bit cheaper. 3, 6, 9, yeah. I keep getting paranoid. I've gone from one extreme to another. I was creeping ahead, and now, because I've overcompensated, and now it's gone the other way. Right, let's see what the silver is like. But yeah, I don't know if this is a sign of maybe cheaper paints, but you can see in here, like you can see how it's separated. So that might be a sign of its price. I don't know enough about paints to comment on pigments separating. So if you do know more about watercolours than I do, feel free to let me know if something like this separating here is normal. And this is, it's not black, it's a sort of pewter or charcoal grey. So that's that. Just wash off my brush while I remember. And let's just have a look at this. So you can see they are still a little bit wet in the middle. And yeah, but that's how it is so far. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to pause the camera and I'm going to give that a chance to dry properly so that you can see it. And yeah, I should have got, let me see if I can find some black card as well. See here, we can just do a quick test how it does on black paper. Right, so I've got a bit of black card here. This is just 160 GSM, just like art crafty type paper. And yeah, so we're going to repeat it. Well, we might not. It depends. If it's really rubbish, then I'll stop. But if it works really well on black card as well, then I'll keep that as swatching. And yeah, so let's do. We'll do exactly the same as we did on here. Oops. We'll just hold that down. It's not such a snug fit in the lid. So yeah, I will hold it with my finger. Just wash that off. I do have to watch out as well. It might be starting to dry up. Well, that one looks nice. It's going to be interesting to see, because quite often when colours do have different undertones, then I need a bit more water in that. When paints do have different undertones, then the black works differently with it, and it brings up a whole different vibe to the paint. Same colour, but not the same colour. This one, I'm particularly curious about this one. And what was it? That one was ultraviolet, but this one had the black in, and I think, and that gold, wasn't it? That had like black in it as well. Clearly had some black pigment in it of some sort. Right, so it's green. It's so pretty though. As first impressions go, I'm really quite impressed. Make sure if you do buy from AliExpress, they do have different, like quite often they run coupons and specials. So sometimes, you know, it's a bit like Amazon in the sense that, you know, they'll have deals on, daily deals and things like that. So the prices can change a lot. Also, I think their base price is based on dollars. So quite often, especially if you're like in the UK or whatever, you know, it's an exchange rate. So sometimes the price changes due to what the exchange rate is. So yeah, it's worth having a look. And if it is on Amazon, it's worth having a look in both places and number crunching it. And even if you're not ready to buy, be sure to check again before you do buy. 367, 367. Right, so here, all that needs water. Just in case the price, particularly on AliExpress, might have varied. Right, so we'll do this. Oh, see, look this one. Look at this one. Talking of the black, look at that. It's like it's completely separated out. It's like this dusky pink. It's like an oil slick on top. Get that nice and mixed up. It's like a sort of caramel pink, if that makes sense. Does that even make sense? I'm making stuff up now. Right. More swatching, less making up words. Oh, stay still. Just have to really make sure, because there is a lot of pigment, I just need to really make sure that my brush is clean. I did actually change out the water in between doing the white card and the black as well, just to make sure it didn't get contaminated, so to speak. Because there is a lot of pigment. Right, there's more black again. Do that one. So that should be 12, 3, 6, 9, 12. Okay, we're good. We're good. Even though I've got a hole in the middle of that paint. I might have to go back and fix that. Just because reasons. There we go. That's better. Okay, then we'll move down here. Oh, it's annoying that the other one, I guess, because it was heavier and also it was a slightly better fit, so it didn't move around. It needs more water. There we go. You can tell when it's not got enough water because it just turns into a sludge on the paper. Leaves a hole. Right. Sludge, technical term. I do enjoy swatching. There is something really, I find something very therapeutic about it. It's just quite soothing. I don't know why. It just is. I'm not sure if it's a repetitive thing or just seeing all the pretty colours. Right, that one's going to annoy me because I've made this hole in the middle. I want to get the pigment in there to fill in that little hole. Right. Now I've put too much water in there. Figures. Right, there we go. Still quite a lot of water, but I'll do. It'll just take a little bit longer to dry. Right, there's still plenty of water in here. Make sure my brush is really dry for that. Mix it all up. Into these golds. I'm mixing them up again, even if it doesn't look like they need mixing up, because you never know. That needs a little bit more water. Was that the one? Yes. must admit, it's a miracle that I've not messed up which paint goes where. Right, so this is another one with like that black pigment in. It's kind of an olivey antique gold type thing. And we're just so it's 3, 6, 7, 8. I have missed one out, haven't I? 1, 2. Oh, I missed out a pink. Missed out a pink. So which one did I miss out? That one by the looks of it, maybe, because it doesn't look so mixed up. Let's try. What was I just saying about it being a miracle? And you probably all noticed already that I'd done it wrong. Right, how's that one? 3 to go. That definitely needs water. Oh, now all my things are off. Oh well. It's a good job I'm not a perfectionist, isn't it? Oh, I can't get that one to lay right. Perhaps because I've got it on the dimple. Not a dimple. What's the opposite of a dimple? Ridge. Do you know what I think? I think the more I'm working that, the worse it's getting. Leave it alone. Right, leave it alone. Stop. Okay, next. Let's do this silver. Or maybe it's just that these lighter colours are the ones that's not working so well on the black paper. No, I think it's water. And I think if I just put the smallest dab of water in there, that will sort that out as well. Yeah. Right, last one. This, the charcoal grey, pewter, whatever you want to call it. Which, unsurprisingly, you can't see too well on the black. But let's do that. Okay. So, I am going to leave these to dry alongside these other ones, which are still nearly dry. But so I will be back in a bit, and then we can look at shiny things. Right then, so this is what we've got. It's been about 15 to 20 minutes, and to be honest, I've got a bit impatient of waiting because this one is still. You can see the little spots in it in places where it is still a little bit wet, but not massive. Some of them are dry. I think it's just where it's just, you know, too much water. But I'll mention it now before I forget. This one, which I did second, all dry. Everything is dry already. And I think that's because I've done this on thinner, lighter paper, but also it's less smooth. This paper, well, this is cardboard basically, and I think that's why this one still isn't just quite dry, because the water just sits on top a bit more than this one. Anyway, let's just get that out there. So this is what we've got. Got some really nice colours. My favourites is this one. So this is like the dark coppery red. This gold is particularly nice as well, and this is like a blush pink. It's like almost peachy. So yeah, I like those, and also this green that's not quite dry, but it's got like that grey undertone. But really, all of them are quite. Yeah, I'm liking it. I thought that was pink, but actually that's almost. It is pink, but it's almost bordering on red. It's really deep pink. But even, can you see this, like the silver or platinum or whatever you want to call it? Even that's got a really nice shine to it. So yeah, that's those. And then on the black paper, I'm not sure if it's me or if it's the paper or it just doesn't work on black paper. But some of these I had, I mean, this one is like really nice and opaque. So is like the green and the yellow. The pinks it struggled with, I think. But the golds are really nice. But these ones, them ones, I did have trouble swatching them at the time. That's the one I probably should have had more water in the pan. So yeah, that one, for instance, this pink as well, that peachy pink, which is the one I really liked here. It was like that blush pink. Didn't work so well on the black paper, so it's not given, but they are still quite nice. And when you tilt them in, you know, into the light, they're fine. To be honest, I don't work much on black paper, so I don't think that's going to be a huge issue. I just do that like for science. And I'll just show you these again, because they are so pretty and they are very, very shiny. So yeah, I'm really happy with this purchase. Let me just show you the outside of the tin as well. So we'll just shut that up. You'll see that there was still puddles in there, so I'll be careful. So this has got the little ring on the back, and as I say, it's metal and it's black. Let's just see if I made a mess in here. I didn't. Look, it stayed in the pan, so that's all right. I thought that was such a big puddle. These two had such big puddles. I did wonder, but no, we're all right. So that is it. That is the swatching of the Seamiart, I think it's pronounced, or Seamiart. I will leave links below in the description to where you can buy this on AliExpress, and I will look on Amazon to see if it can be found there. So if you did find this video useful, I would really appreciate a thumbs up, and I hope you all have a great day. Take care and see you all again soon. Bye for now. Bye.